My name is Austin. I'm a student in JTech, and today we're going to show you how to do fuel system troubleshooting. Fuel pump, it's grounded right here. The power side goes to one of the fuel pump relays. It gets controlled through the green line here, through the ECM, and power comes from the fuse relay all the way to the main relay, which is hot at all times. So that's what controls the fuel pump. So now we're gonna do initial fuel pump operational check. You have a key. I'm gonna explain how to perform this test. Should be key on, engine off, and the fuel pump should kick on for like 2 seconds. You should listen to hear it. There you go. If you don't hear it, then the fuel pump obviously isn't getting power and ground. That's how you know the fuel pump isn't working. Alright, so right now we're going to be checking to see if this 4-pin relay works. Okay, so we have these leads connected to the coil side, which on the board it explains 120 ohms to the coil side, switch is open. So these two leads are touching each other. It should read 120 ohms on the lead, the meter. And you will grab these two other leads, you would touch the switch side, and it shows OL because the switch is open. But when it's closed, when the coil has power, the switch will close and then give a different reading. I'm going to do a voltage drop test across the relay contact switch using a special adapter. The special adapter is in there. I have it connected to the power side of the switch and the coils. So you get your black lead, touch it there. Here's your ohm meter's reading. Switch it. Get your reading here. Touch the black lead. You can see it change. It's dropping. There you go. There you go. That's how you do a voltage drop. Now we're going to do the fuel sending unit operation test. You have the ohm meters connected. You have both of your leads connected to both of the pins and the 4 pins. This is connected to the fuel pump sending unit. If this goes up, it shows you less resistance. Move it up, see it changes. If it goes back down, it's more resistance. And that's how you do a fuel sending unit bench pump assembly. Now I'm going to show you how to check the fuel pump for power. Use the fuel pump here, ground, power for the pink wire, which we highlighted yellow. Power goes to the fuel pump relay, which turns on the switch, hot at all times. Power comes from the yellow and black to the ECM, or to the main relay right here. And then ground comes from the ECM all the way to the fuel pump relay. To check for power, you would have your lead, your black lead to ground. This is ground here, and then your power lead to the pink wire, and it should give you 12 volts. And that's how you check the fuel pump for power. Testing fuel pressure, you would locate where your fuel rail is at, the fuel lines. You would connect your special T-fitting here. You would get your gauge, run it around, connect your gauge here. You would cycle the key on, and it'll run up to 55 or around 50. And if it drops, you would have a leak in your fuel rail. That's how you test fuel pressure. I'm going to be showing how the fuel injector gets power. We have the fuel injectors here. Load, and power will be yellow. Power goes up from the fuel injectors here, follow the line up to the engine compartment. C101 comes down, goes to the main relay, and this is hot at all times. The ground side gets controlled by the ECM. That's the ECM. That's ground side, so that's how you get power to fuel injectors. The sound test for the fuel injectors, you would have your stethoscope or a long screwdriver. Put it on your head. if the fuel injectors turn on for each fuel injector. You connect here, here, here. You can just test for just one, and if the fuel injector is on and off, you can hear if it's working. Beat number 10, how to check voltage. Right here are the injectors. This is where you get your power. Follow along. Hot at all times. Power goes here, all the way down to the injectors, to the ground, to the ECM. You would have your lead here. Your black lead goes to ground. Your red lead goes to power, which are the yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black. And then it should give you a reading of 12 volts, and that's how you check your voltage at the injectors. So now we're gonna be doing the noise test. Key on, engine crank. Pull the wire for injectors at. Click the annoyed light. Then you turn your key on.
Drink it.
And the flashes, it shows you this the fuel injectors are working. We're going to be doing resistance check test. You have your leads hooked up to one of the injectors, both pins, and it should give you your resistance. There you go. So now we're going to be doing fuel injector balance testing. We have a fuel injector tester here, fuel gauge. So right now we have cranked it so it's at 51. Alright, so we have the same T-fittings with the fuel lines connected to the fuel rail. We're just going to be testing one injector. The leads are connected. These are leads connected to the fuel injector tester. And you just push to start. You can see it drop to about 14, 15. And that's how you test to see if the fuel injector is working properly.